The New Child Initiative for Africa is a volunteer-based organization. We are largely youth-focused. Our focus is on child health care and education, women health, and adolescent health as well. We're also into youth empowerment, right? And then TNCI started with a vision to see the Nigerian child, the African child, have better options in life, be able to reach their fullest potential. And we wanted this to be 100%, not just some children, but all children, irrespective of where they're from, the ethnicity, their parents' social stratification, or whatever. And the more we saw the children around us, the more we wanted that change to be real, right? There are so many kids out there who do not have access to quality health care. They have no chance at all at primary care, and we wanted to bridge that gap. And then we also had a lot of children who were out of school, children who could not focus on education because they had to also support the families. And we just thought to ourselves, we need to raise awareness about this and do something. And that was what birthed TNCI.
I want to know their struggles, and how they were able to stay afloat for 10 years.
The struggles are numerous, to be
Yeah.
very honest, but I think I can just speak very well on two.
Okay.
And those two would be partnership and support,
Okay.
and also policy involvement.
Okay.
And why I focus on these two is because they are like the foundation for the rest of the issues.
Yeah.
For example, we haven't been very involved in policies, in the sense where NGOs do not have are not basic decision makers when it comes to policies that touch on the issues they're speaking to. And NGOs are grassroots. Most of the for us, we are CBOs, community-based organizations, and we work in the community. We are down there, right? So our voice needs to be heard. We need to be in these offices. We need to be in the rooms where decisions are made when it comes to these issues. So we not being in that space in the last couple of years made it difficult for us to really make the impact we want to make. Most of the impact we've made seemed more surface level, right? And we wanted to ensure that in any community we go into, we're able to pull them out of the situations we find them, not just help them for a bit, right? So reducing disease prevalence in communities takes more than just going in and donating medications, donating some care, right? We want to be able to ensure that there are protection and there are policies that guide what happens after we leave, right? And then when we talk about partnerships and support, we also would look towards government partnerships, right? We've had amazing partnerships with other organizations, other NGOs, but then we're looking to partner with the government because the government is doing great work already. And we feel that if we partner together, there is so much good that could come out of that. Right? The government is already in healthcare, they're already in environment, and these are some of the issues that we are trying to talk about. So we see what the government is doing, the government acknowledges what we do, and then we work together to find a more holistic solution to the problems that affect the African child.
So in specifics, what sort of collaboration are you looking at with the government?
I mean, the government can support us with funding, can support us with awareness creation, right? So the government recognizes NGOs as partners in the sense where they have a plan, for example, an initiative, and then they call the NGOs in that space or in that sphere to champion the cause. Okay, for example, the government is looking to improve water sanitation in Lagos State, and then they find out what organizations are in that space, and then they partner with them to pull that initiative to life and maybe create better water channels.
Yeah.
All right. I feel like that's what the Lagos Water Corporation is trying to do, right? And then it just has to be in other areas as well, including child protection, right? So I feel like the government is already doing that in a way, and that is why we want to come in now. So we're better equipped to impact the lives of African children beyond a few months, a few years. So it's more sustainable, right? Even after we're gone, they can on their own sustain what we have left with them, right? So that will make us really, really happy.
Okay, so I understand your platform is volunteer driven. What
Yes.
does that mean?
It means that every single person who is in TNCI shares our vision, shares our passion, and they understand why this is important. And they're willing to give their skill, their time, and their expertise to make sure that the African child has a shot at a better life, right? So majority of our volunteers are students or professionals, and they do it because some of them have that experience, while some of them have seen from the outside in, and they feel they have something to give back, right? So that is why we are volunteer driven. We come in with just the passion and the enthusiasm to see lives change every single day with the little things that we do.
So as a volunteer right now, what should I have, or what are the criteria for me to become a volunteer?
If you want to be a volunteer, the first thing you need to have is the passion. I'm very
Right.
big on passion because I will tell people that if you're coming into this space for the money, you would not last 3 months. No, you would not. I mean, you'll be under the sun. You would find it very difficult with the crowd, because of the work we do. We're always in crowds, always in the public, right? But if you have the passion and your goal is to see something better, you'll keep going until you see the end of it, right? So passion is a very big ingredient. And you also need to have zeal and grit, right? So beyond passion, you need to have the strength. Okay, because at some point you'll probably lose your voice, you probably lose energy,
That's true.
but you just have to keep going, right? So aside from that, we need people who are committed, right? Your initial enthusiasm might fail at some point, but your commitment to the cause would revive it.
Yeah.
Right. So we've had people who started out and they just wanted to see amazing things happen. And these things take time. Right. But then because they were committed, they didn't give up because after a few years, some things did not look like it. And then we're very happy to have those sort of people, right? Even when they leave the country, they still look back, they still give back, they still support. And that's really great. That's really something that we value.
So right now, what would you say? What is your volunteering response like? What is it like? Is it positive?
Very, very, very positive. We try to keep it very, how do I say this? So we have people come in with their interest to volunteer
Yeah.
every single month,
Okay.
right? But we like to have our recruitment once a year just to contain the crowd. Currently, we have over 1,000, right? And we're currently trying to open up the portal for new recruitment soon. And we're expecting around that number again, right? So we always have people coming in to say they want to volunteer. And then we ask them to just hold on until the portal is open. So it's been really, really good over the years.
Wow. I am a big believer. I believe that if NGOs can run as a social enterprise, they would not have issues with funding. Sustainability is very important.
Very key.
And that's why I'm like, you guys have been there for 10 years. How have you sustained yourself? Sustainability, how have you sustained yourself?
Well, I think we've had over the years amazing partnerships.
Yeah.
Yes, we've had organizations who have believed in us and been willing to support our programs year in, year out.
Yeah.
Right. So this has helped us continue our projects and our programs. Right. And we're also big on raising awareness about our programs.
Yeah.
Right. And then we have volunteers who have gone out of the country, for example, and we call them friends of TNCI,
Okay.
right? So they look back and they give back to the cause.
Okay.
And we also have Nigerians in diaspora
Yeah.
who also want to give back,
Okay.
right? But I feel our biggest opportunity are partnerships.
Okay.
Yes, we build such a strong partnership that doesn't end with just one program or project.
Yes.
So we try to ensure that we sustain partnerships.
Okay.
So even after we're done with the yearly report and everybody has said, okay, this is great work,
Yeah.
when we start again next year, they're always happy. So an example would be for the Read a Book TNCI. It's an education project
Okay.
where we donate a hanging library. We donate hanging libraries to local schools,
Okay.
right? This is our way of enhancing early literacy in children. So we mostly donate this to primary schools and junior secondary schools, and then we've had the young bookworms donate for almost going on 5 years now.
Okay.
They donate books and they also support us with funding.
Okay.
Right, so we're able to do this every year, and then alongside we also have an organization in the US, the Jacob's Well Child Africa, right, and then we also have the I Just Give Back initiative.
Okay.
So they support us with not just funding but with books as well, and then we have partnerships with printing presses, right? When we have our book donation drives, so they give us books, with good discount rates.
Okay.
So these measures help us maintain our programs.
Wow. So how do you reach out to communities? How do you do your research on what community do you go to and what do you think they need?
Yes. So for community nominations,
Yeah.
we do that in-house.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
We like to take nominations from our team
Okay.
because we know everyone comes from somewhere,
Yeah.
right? And we want to give them an expression. So when we get nominations, we have teams sent to the communities to do like a scout,
Okay.
right? So, and then we reach out to the chiefs, the ballets, just do like a community entry,
Yeah.
and then we start the needs assessment. So the idea behind this is to understand what the prevalence is in the community and
Yeah.
how we can come in.
Right.
So if, for example, we go into a community and there are so many pain points and we cannot do everything at the same time, we can just start with something and then begin to work towards the others, right? For example, when Makoko last year, November, and it was it was a good experience, but we focused on their dental, where we provided free dental consultation, scaling and polishing for the kids, and it was recorded that was the first ever that they've had. Yes, and then this year we're going back for a 2.0 because we're not able to accomplish everything last year.
Okay.
And this year we're going to be we're also taking another assessment to evaluate what happened from last year till now and also how we can come in this year.
Right.
Right. So our needs assessment and then we just go in for the implementation.
Right. So as a new director for TNCI, what is your own community call to action?
I would really love to see a big behavior change in communities. To a very large extent, I feel there's so much that's been done, even by the government. But the attitude of people needs to change. People need to understand that when things are being brought to the community, it's not just a one-off. It's actually to better their lives. So the attitude of grabbing and using and just finishing everything is not good. We need to desire better, right? We're thinking of seeing a better future for the African child, but does the African child know what a better life is? Do they envision? Do they know what to dream of? Right? So we can't really do much for the adults because it's almost is far gone already. But for the children, behavior change is so critical for things like sanitation, for hygiene, donating sanitation materials, hygiene relief packages is great. But if the attitude is not good, if the attitude doesn't change, they just go back, they just relapse, right? And then we have to do it over again. So as a new director, I'm looking towards ensuring that beyond donations, beyond outreaches, beyond campaigns, beyond health missions, attitudes needs to change, right? And that's why we want to work with the government. So there will be enforcement for certain policies, right? And then we would be drivers, right? And then we can begin to train change makers. So this can be our reality. I look at Western nations, I look at the developed world, and I know that Nigerian children should not be different. We have what it takes to be better. right? So why not? And I feel a big deal has to do with what we see every day, how we think. We need to be optimistic. We need to be hopeful, and that's the light we do. We do not want to die in children. We want to retain that light, that hope, right? And it starts with every one of us.
So your impacts now, do you do like a follow-up on the communities you visit and all of that? Do you follow up on them?
Yes, we do.
Okay, how do you go about it?
So during the planning stages of programs and projects, we have community advocates, right? So we do not make all the decisions. We like to have community leaders as part of our team, right? So we work with them, we empower them, we train them. So even after we leave, they continue to represent our interests in the community. And then after a few months or years, in fact, within the year we are working with them, we're relating with the resource persons, we're relating with mobilizers. Most of the people, all the people we reach out to or we meet in the community, we link them to a primary health center. So there is going to be tracking and follow up, right? But then we always go back to our resource persons to find out what's going on and how are the kids doing, what are the issues now, has anything changed, has there been any improvement, and the results has always been great.
Wow, wow. This is I mean, like I've been through your page. I've done our research and we've seen how active it's an active platform, and that means people are turning up.
Yeah,
Yeah, the volunteers are showing up,
yeah,
and
yeah.
you're being able to sustain the platform. So, what are we looking at before the end of the year? Like this Christmas, any outreach
Oh
program?
yes, yes. We're having a free medical consultation in Makoko
Okay,
on the 20th of December.
okay,
Yes, we're going to be in Makoko, and we're currently planning and working towards commencing the needs assessment.
okay.
Right, we'll be having the stakeholder engagement soon, and then by December we'll have Nigerians in diaspora who will be coming to Nigeria for this program.
Oh, okay,
Yes, yes, they'll be in the country, and then our professionals will also be on ground. We'll have our clinicians, and it's going to be an amazing event,
okay.
right? So, yeah, definitely, that's what we have going on.
Wow. So you have a whole jam-packed activities for the
Yes,
season.
yes, we do.
So all of these are activities right now. Let's look at funding. How do you source funding, or are you good? Is everything already taken care of right now?
No, well, everything is good, but as a non-profit organization,
Yeah.
we always need funding. I mean, the
Yes.
more funding we have, the more
Yes.
good we can do,
Yeah.
right? So, I mean, by all means, Barry, you can get us funding if you do. If you do, it will be great. We'll call you a pioneer,
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
right? But
Yeah.
for funding, we also have a very huge partner.
Okay.
The foundation has been with us for the longest. She started out as a volunteer,
Oh, okay.
and then she began her foundation to raise funds for vulnerable populations
Okay.
and organizations as well.
Okay.
It's called the Nima Andre Foundation,
Okay.
right? So she's been supporting our fundraising efforts for the longest time. And she's also going to be supporting fundraising for this particular outreach, right? But we're looking in the future to ensure that we are able to raise funds for projects it, beyond grants and donations. We want to be able to generate revenue internally,
Right.
right? So those are the things that we're looking to achieve in the next 3 years.
Okay, how can communities be part of what you guys are doing away from government now? How can communities that like what you're doing, how can they get involved?
So for communities, I think they can definitely get involved.
Yeah.
We have volunteers in almost every community in Lagos State,
Okay.
right? And for the communities that we are currently serving, we already have resource persons, right? So we encourage whoever it is that is interested to reach out to the resource persons or reach out to our volunteers and then get in touch with us. We were always looking for people who are also willing to support us in our quest to ensure that the Nigerian and African child has the tools they need to live a full life and to reach their maximum potential. So if you're on board, if you're ready, if you're visionary, please join us.
Wow. Uh, Esther, I want you to give out your last word out there for people who
Okay.
watching? I mean, people in diaspora, everybody watching out there. What do you have to say? What do you have to? There's something we need to know about more about your platform.
Yes. So the New Child Initiative for Africa is relatively young, but we are big on impact. We're huge on impact. And if you're looking for somewhere you can call home, somewhere you can put in your little and then it will become big, TNCI is a place for you. We're looking for friends, we're looking for volunteers, we're looking for partners, and we're looking for people who have a positive outlook on Nigeria and who are willing to support us in helping the Nigerian and African child reach their highest potential. Thank you.
Thanks so very much
You're
for
most
making it
welcome.
to this place.